Grimora.
The first time it happened, I ignored it. My daughter Emma was sitting in her high chair, staring past my shoulder. Then she smiled, not at me, behind me, and she waved, slow, gentle, like she recognized someone. I didn't turn around, because I live alone. "Who are you waving at?" I asked. She giggled. "Tall man." My stomach tightened. There is no tall man. It was 8:42 p.m., kitchen lights on, doors locked, windows closed. I turned around slowly. Nothing behind me, just the hallway leading to the bedrooms. When I looked back at Emma, she had stopped smiling. Her eyes were now fixed on the same spot, but her expression had changed. Confused. "He moved," she whispered. I felt a cold wave crawl up my spine. "Where?" She pointed toward the hallway. "He doesn't like when you look." That was the first night. I barely slept. The second night, it happened again. Different room, living room this time. Emma was playing with blocks on the floor. Suddenly, she stood up, walked toward the couch, and reached up like someone was holding their hand down to her. Her hand hovered mid-air, like she was touching invisible fingers. I stood up so fast, I knocked the coffee table over. "Emma!" She didn't react. She was listening. Then she said softly, "He says you shouldn't shout." My throat go dry. "Emma, who is he?" She looked annoyed, like I was being slow. "The tall man. He's always here." Always. I searched the entire house that night. Closets, attic, under beds. Nothing. I installed cameras the next day. 3 inside. 1 facing the hallway. 1 in her bedroom. 1 in the living room. That night, I didn't tell her. I just waited. At 9:13 p.m., she waved again. This time, directly toward the hallway camera. I didn't move. I didn't speak. I checked the live feed on my phone. The hallway was empty, but Emma kept waving. Then, she stepped aside, like someone was walking past her. The hallway camera flickered, just for half a second. When it came back, there was a shadow, not solid, not clear, but darker than the rest of the hallway. Tall, narrow, standing exactly where she had been waving. My heart started hammering. I ran to the hallway. Empty. I checked the footage, rewound. The shadow wasn't there. The glitch wasn't there. Just Emma waving at nothing. The next morning, she asked something that broke me. "Why doesn't he have a face?" My chest felt hollow. "What do you mean?" She shrugged. "He's tall, but his face is all blurry." That night, I moved her bed into my room, locked the door, placed a chair under the handle. We slept together, or tried to. At 2:34 a.m., Emma sat up in bed, eyes open, staring at the foot of the bed. "Daddy," she whispered. I didn't look. I didn't want to look. "Don't look at him," she quickly said. My breathing stopped. "He says you're not supposed to see him yet." The air in the room felt heavier, like pressure building. The chair under the door shifted slightly, just a scrape. Emma's hand tightened around mine. "He's closer now." I finally forced myself to look, slowly, toward the foot of the bed. Nothing there. But the shadow under the door was wrong. It wasn't the gap shadow from the hallway light. It was tall, vertical, like someone standing directly outside. Emma leaned closer to me. "He says, you forgot." "Forgot what?" I couldn't speak. She continued. "He says he's been here since before me." That sentence didn't feel random. It felt targeted. My mind started racing. Before her, before Emma, before my wife left, before the fights, before the shouting, before the night I punched the hallway wall so hard I cracked drywall. The hallway,
the same hallway she keeps waving toward. I felt something click in my memory. A night, years ago, before Emma could even walk, I remember standing in that hallway, angry, alone. I remember thinking something I never admitted out loud. I wish I could just disappear. The bedroom door handle twitched, soft. Emma's voice changed slightly, lower. He says, "You did." What? You disappeared. The shadow under the door shifted, like someone leaning closer. Then Emma said something that made my blood run cold. He says, "You've been the tall man the whole time." Silence swallowed the room. My mind rejected it instantly. That's insane. I'm here. I'm real. But then, why does she always wave behind me? Why does she say he doesn't like when I look? Why did the camera glitch only when I checked it? Emma slowly turned her head, not toward the door, toward me, and her expression changed. Fear, real fear. "Daddy," she whispered, "you're getting blurry." The room felt unstable, like depth was shifting. I looked at my hands. For just a split second, they felt distant, like I was seeing them through fog. The door finally opened. Slowly, the chair slid aside, but no one stepped in. Emma's eyes were no longer on the door. They were locked on me. "You're tall now," she whispered. My stomach dropped. I tried to speak. My voice sounded layered, echoing, like two versions overlapping. The hallway behind me stretched unnaturally long, dark, narrow, familiar. I realized something horrifying. Every time she waved, she wasn't waving at someone behind me. She was waving at the version of me that stayed in the hallway, the angry version, the broken version, the one who wished he would disappear. Maybe part of me did. Maybe something stepped forward to replace it. And now, the parts were switching. Emma reached out slowly, not to hug me, to touch my face. Her fingers passed slightly through my cheek, cold, like I wasn't fully solid. "Daddy," she whispered. "He says it's his turn again." The hallway light flickered off. Darkness swallowed everything, and the last thing I heard, before everything went quiet, was Emma giggling softly in the dark and waving behind me.